Hello YouTube, this is Jasper. I made one video so far and I felt a desire to make a second one, just sort of just a little rant about the gothic subculture in general. Uh, this is gonna sound at first like I'm sort of attacking him, but Loki, I'm gonna try and pronounce your last name, Lafayson. Um, I apologize for however I pronounced that. I saw him. First off, I want to say I'm a huge fan of his videos. This is not meant to be an attack by any means. Um, I really like his videos. He was one of the big inspirations for me to start making videos myself. Um, that being said, uh, he said, I follow this guy on Instagram, YouTube. I'm actually friends with him on Facebook even. And he said something recently about switching between subcultures, like how you can't be half metalhead, half goth, half punk, half goth, all of that. And some of it I can agree with, some of it makes sense, but I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because, again, this is not meant to be directed at Loki. It's just something that I've heard a few places that I really sort of bugs me. I personally am sort of, I'm a goth, but that's not necessarily the only subculture that I happen to belong to. I am interested in other things, and I think I'm realizing right now how significant Bauhaus is with this. Unfortunately, I'm listening to in the flat field right now, and Bela Lugosi's Dead is not on this record, but that song has some significance with this. How, as Loki actually himself has explained, that song was sort of written as a way to destroy the gothic subculture, in that it's, Peter Murphy sort of saw how goth was becoming a label of categorization, as opposed to just a group of like-minded people who have interest in these dark, beautiful sorts of things. It was more of a title. And I've sort of, at first I never got what that was about. I didn't really understand what he meant by that. But, recently I've seen people saying, like, you've got to be, if you're a goth, you have to be just a goth. You can't have, you can have interests in certain things, but you can't, dress like that, or, you can listen to the music. It's really about the dress. You can't dress like anything but a goth. And I don't like that, because the way that I see it is goth should be about self-expression, and displaying your emotions and interests through your style of dress. So with that, I feel as if, if you have a period of time, as I often do, where you're listening to more punk music than goth music, I think, as a goth, you should be able to confidently, every once in a while, dress like a punk or a hippie or whatever the fuck you want to dress like. I don't like this idea of you gotta stick to the one subculture, because that's so boring. It's so boring. I hate seeing people who just listen to one kind of music, just listen to metalcore, just listen to punk, just listen to black metal. I hate it. It's so dumb. I hate seeing people who listen to just pop a lot. I hate seeing people who listen to just classic rock a lot. It's so boring. You can't have discussions about music with these people that span from anything but that genre. And so nobody says you can't listen to various different kinds of music though. Um, but yeah, they say that you, as a goth, you have to dress goth always. You can't dress how you feel. If every once in a while, I sort of, like recently actually, with Ferguson, the events in Ferguson, all this terrible stuff that's been going on in Ferguson, that sort of thing sort of boils up the punk within me, and I get really mad, and I start to dress like it, and so every once in a while, I will dress. Um, I'll dress with color. In fact, somewhere around here, I have my punk vest with all my, I don't know where it is right now, but with all my patches and stuff on it. I've got clothes with color for when I want to dress, when I feel the emotions that lead to me dressing that way, and when I'm listening to more punk music than I am goth, which is not too common, because really gothic music is sort of my main thing, which is why I refer to myself as a goth. But I just don't. I just am wanting to address that with this video. The idea of you got to stick to one thing, because that really is doing exactly what Peter Murphy, who's sort of a god of the culture, that's sort of going directly against his best wishes in a way. So, in conclusion, I don't know. It's just something that I wanted to rant about and talk about. Take it for what you will. If you have complaints about how, oh yeah, now I'm not a true goth, and how you're more gothic than I am, I don't know. Go read some Edgar Allan Poe and fuck yourself.